The big danger in processed foods. It kills the brain, causes dementia. Scientists have found that having properties like chips and chocolate increase dementia. You can reduce this risk by substituting chocolate or potato chips in your grocery plan. The research team led by Huiping Li of Tianjin Medical University in China found that people who consume a lot of ultra-processed foods such as beverages and chocolate may have a higher risk of developing dementia than those who consume the lowest amounts. It also turns out that the risk of dementia can be reduced by replacing ultra-processed foods with unprocessed or less processed foods. According to the study, consuming the equivalent of half an apple per day, or minimally processed foods, reduces the risk of dementia by 3%, while reducing ultra-processed foods by the equivalent of 1 chocolate bar per day. Ultra-processed foods that are high in added sugar, fat and salt, and low in protein and fiber include canned drinks, salty and sugary snacks, ice cream, sausages, deep-fried chicken, canned beans, ketchup, and flavored cereals. Despite all these results, researchers warn about one thing. The study doesn't prove that overly processed foods cause dementia, it just shows there may be a link. Danger in processed foods. Huiping Li said, ultra-processed food is convenient and delicious, but it lowers a person's nutritional quality. These foods may contain food additives or molecules produced from packaging or during heating, which have been shown in some studies to have adverse effects on thinking and memory skills. Not only did our research find that ultra-processed foods are associated with an increased risk of dementia, it has also found that replacing them with healthier options can reduce the risk of dementia, said. The study shows that for every 10% increase in daily consumption of ultra-processed foods, people have a 25% higher risk of dementia. According to the study, even replacing only 10% of ultra-processed foods with unprocessed or minimally processed foods such as fresh fruit, vegetables, legumes, milk and meat reduces the risk of dementia by 19%. 72,000 people reviewed. The researchers identified 72,083 people for the study, whose data are stored at the UK Biobank in England. All were at least 55 years old and were free of dementia at the start of the study. The research team calculated how many grams of processed and unprocessed food consumed daily by the citizens participating in the study. Participants were divided into 4 equal groups, from those who consumed the least to those who consumed the most ultra-processed foods. After an average of 10 years of follow-up, 518 people were diagnosed with dementia. The team says the main food group driving high consumption of ultra-processed foods is beverages, followed by sugary products and ultra-processed dairy products. Unknowns in packaged foods. In fact, there is a fact that we do not know about many of the ready-to-eat foods in the packaged food class, and that we do not care much if we know these foods are spoiled even when they are on the shelf. Expiration dates are not that important. It is not possible to call something that is not actually cheese, but contains a lot of filling materials as well as additives. None of the classic cheeses contain anything but milk, rennet, and salt. However, it is a bitter truth that starch is used in most of the prepared foods sold as cheese in the market. Everyone who is involved in the kitchen knows these cheeses, which do not form mold when spoiled. Is it just cheese? These unnatural foods, from ready-made soups to chicken, delicatessen products, and fruit juices, threaten our health. So why do we continue to consume these products even when they are on the shelf, even though we know that they are not fresh and natural? Why do we feed these foods to our children when we